With me is Rutger van Zuidam, founder of Dutchchain. Your company is organizing the Dutch Blockchain Hackathon today.
Yes.
A proud man, I think.
Yes, well, yes, I'm very glad with the show up. A lot of people joined us today. It's just the kickoff yet, so it's in the pre-hackathon program. And I'm also very glad that so many people are enthusiastic. The talks are, we had them already, but people are still hanging around, having discussions, and it's really nice to learn that people are really willing to take to the next phase.
About the hackathon, why do we need something like this in the Netherlands?
Well, a lot of companies, they are used to innovating on their own turf. And now with blockchain, the more people work together, the more different organizations working together, the better the solutions can be. So then it's better to create a new space, we think, which is open for everyone to join and to say, hey, well, let's create a solution which needs, for instance, 6 companies and 2 government agencies in order to work. And I think that's where the true potential of blockchain is.
Yeah, because there are big names participating in the hackathon, the Chamber of Commerce, big banks like ING, Dutch Central Bank, organizations like Deloitte, you know. Was it necessary to convince them, or were they very willing to participate?
They were very willing. I think they are very sharp in why they're doing this, and also for them and for us as well. We are embarking on an adventure basically to find out how we can work together, on new solutions, and we don't know what will come out of it. So that's where we are really grateful for all the partners that they are willing to experiment in such a way. And I think this also shows that the Dutch ecosystem is advancing.
Yeah, because that's my next question. Do you think we are doing enough work in the Netherlands to become one of the best in this field, in this whole blockchain field?
Well, enough is
Are we on the right track?
I think we are on the right track. However, we need to understand that this is just the beginning, and we are still playing on a playground.
Yeah,
so the Dutch government just granted €1 million for blockchain projects, which is a nice start. But we need this to be 10 million within a year. We need this to be 50 million within 2 years. That's the amount of growth in budget I think that is needed in order to have the Dutch ecosystem in the lead on a global scale. But I think we're going to see, we have a good chance of seeing that happening, because this complete ecosystem is so vibrant and growing by the month.
Yeah. And most hackathons usually take a weekend or 24 hours. Yours is going to be 54 hours in February, and it's a whole program of a year. It's a very intense program. Why did you choose for such an intense program?
You need some time. I think a lot of hackathons, they're very cool, but there's a risk that they are one-off events. And what we want to actually create is not such a hackathon alone, but a complete innovation program that has a year cycle where a full ecosystem is preparing. Then we have a highlight, the hackathon, and then we can accelerate the winning solutions. And this is actually an open innovation program where the Dutch ecosystem basically invites the international blockchain developing community to work on use cases that have potential global impact.
Yeah. So in February, which use cases are you hoping to see there?
We have a focus on improving society through blockchain-based solutions. So we're not going to do any e-commerce, for instance. Also a very respectable business, but we are very interested in public-private partnerships, creating these partnerships and what can blockchain do with that. So there you can see, for instance, healthcare, public services, energy, but also trading, because that's where governments and businesses also work together. So these are different fields, but also, for instance, in public services, we have a use case of digital identity.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that the Dutch government is willing to innovate that. And this also shows us that the connections are quite easy in the Netherlands to make. And that the government is willing to take risk on a comfortable way. It's not like we're risking in the actual world. No, we create a safe place to take risks, and the impact is contained.
And then you have winning ideas. How are you going to make sure that they are really going to fly and it will be an export product? That's one of your dreams. So how are you planning to do that?
Yeah, it all depends on the teams. And so if the teams have a vision on what they can do about the problem and what they can do by creating solutions for this problem in order to have a better situation, then they can create whatever company they want, and it can grow according to their vision. So the teams are the key, they are the entrepreneurs, and they see the opportunities or they don't. The teams need to take into account that we offer them a lot of help. But still the teams need to do it themselves. So in this acceleration track, all our partners are willing to help with winning teams taking their solution further. But it's not like we're going from A to B and then you're there. It's a long way. Entrepreneurship is a long and hard work. However, we do want to create a great environment for that to happen. Whether you are a company based in the Netherlands or an international based company, you're welcome here to innovate with all the partners and the Dutch government.
Yeah, and today is the big kickoff.
Yeah.
And next year you are going to do this all again.
Well, of course, if people would like it to happen, then we can do it again next year. The first step is to have a great success this year.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to achieve with the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And it all depends on what people put into it.
So good luck with that.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And have a nice kickoff party then.
Thank you.
Okay.